YouTube? This is Vargas, recording live from the VargasVault, coming back at you with another pickup video. Lost my train of thought there for a moment. This is actually a follow-up to that out and about that me and the family did. We went to visit Moviefreakbazaar, so I picked up a couple of movies, and I picked up some stuff from that Dollar Tree. Because Walmart, I didn't mention it in that video, but Walmart didn't have that much Halloween stuff. It was actually very disappointing. Usually Walmart has some pretty awesome stuff, but this year Dollar Tree beat it out. I found a lot more things in Dollar Tree that I want to go back and get than I did at Walmart, which is weird. But it just goes to show you, you gotta find the cool Halloween stuff wherever you can. And Walmart didn't have that much. They really didn't. I was even expecting more horror movies, but like I showed in that video too, they didn't have as many horror movies as I would have liked. I do want to go back and get Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's the 1970s version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which I like. That's the version that I enjoy the most. And they did have a 4-pack of Elvira, which I don't own. I need to get Elvira, and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and House 2, plus Transylvania something. But that one's weird. That one's not that good. But just for Elvira and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, that DVD is worth it, and it's $5. So not that bad. So I will have to go back and see if those movies are still there. But in the meantime, I'll share with you guys what I got from Moviefreakbazaar and that Dollar Tree. But first off, I wanted to share this that I got for my beautiful wife. I bought this online for her because she is my Wonder Woman, and it's a coffee mug. My wife drinks coffee; she likes coffee, so I got her this really kick-ass Wonder Woman coffee mug. It's really cool. It's like it has a classic vintage Wonder Woman, but it has like a metallic look to it, and it's actually official from Six Flags Magic Mountain. So this is for my wife, which I already showed to her, and she loved it, but I wanted to share it with you guys. And at the Dollar Tree, like I showed in that video, I picked up this. This is a kind of like it's a Fox wine bottle. It's probably a beer bottle or something like that, but I just thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, it's something cool to really have. I've seen versions of this before. They had better labels. They had one that said poison, one that had witch brews and stuff like that. But this one's pretty cool, and this is a sticker. So if I ever want to change it, I can just peel off the sticker or draw something here, like a skull and crossbones on this side. I just have to remove this plastic thing. But I thought this was pretty cool to have around, in the Halloween decorations, or even as a prop for a costume or a video. And then they also had these, which I thought were pretty cool. They're like scientific test tubes. This one says Witch Brew, which I thought was pretty cool. Again, thinking ahead for a video or a costume. Maybe one day if I want to rock a mad scientist, I need these things. And this one says Spider Venom in a nice radioactive green color. So, it's stuff to have around during Halloween. I do want to get those electronic candles that you saw in the video. They're battery operated and the candles flicker. Having real candles is kind of dangerous, especially with all the stuff that I have. So those electronic candles are great. But I need to actually go and pick those up. And the other thing I bought that you also saw in that video, which got stuck, is this really kick-ass blood splatter tie. And this is pretty cool because it has a zipper. So what you do see, ooh, almost broke everything, is that you put it on like so, and to adjust it, you just pull this thing like so, and there you go. You have a really kick-ass blood splattered shirt. Last year I bought a a novelty tie that said trick or treat, but that one is actually a lot better. I do want to get the one that has the slasher there for work, of course. So that's what I got there. Then when I went to pick up stuff from Moviefreakbazaar, this lady was selling a couple of action figures, and like I showed in a previous pickup video, I got some wrestlers, and this time I got one I actually forgot I needed, the Olympic gold hero Kurt Angle. The wrestling machine in his bald face. Because he lost, if memory serves me right, he lost a hair match against Edge. And for a long time he had like this toupee thing and he never wanted to take the wig out. And then he had a feud with Hogan, and that's when he said, like, you know, I don't need this thing. And he went full on bald. And he was already balding anyway, but that's when he took the thing off. And yeah, this is Kurt Angle. So I'm still missing Edge and Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho and Brock Lesnar. But I'll, you know, if I come across those cheap, I'll pick them up. Now for Moviefreakbazaar, I picked up for the CD collection the Crystal Method Tweekend. Picked this one up because of two songs. Name of the Game. Name of the Game is pretty cool, and Tough Guy. It's kind of a, how do I describe it? It's kind of a electronic beat to it. I like music with lyrics myself. Not a big fan of electronic, except Daft Punk. I like Daft Punk, but this one's also pretty cool, and I like those two songs, so that was worth a pickup. Then to add to my Jackie Chan collection, which I think I've mentioned this before, much like Nicolas Cage, it's really hard to have a complete Jackie Chan filmography because he's been in so many movies, and he's done so much stuff, and he's been active for so many years that he's been in way too many movies to even count. I don't think there's even a complete list of all the stuff Jackie Chan has been in. But I'm trying, and every time I come across a Jackie Chan movie I don't own, I pick it up right away. Even if it's just something with him in a small role, I'll pick it up because I'm a huge Jackie Chan fan. And this time I picked up Jackie Chan Police Story Lockdown, also known as Police Story 2013. This one was pretty cool. I was watching it on TV, and Jackie Chan's character's daughter goes to a nightclub, and the nightclub, hence the name Lockdown, gets kind of like locked down by this guy that wants the authorities to give him a criminal, and because something happened with that criminal and other people that are in the nightclub at that specific day, so you know, Jackie Chan has to get in there and do some stuff. There's a cage fight with Jackie Chan and this guy that's just mauling him, just beating the crap out of Jackie Chan, which is really cool, and I really like this movie a lot. Even though Jackie Chan is old, he's still pumping out great things. So looking forward to that. Also, I want to see The Foreigner. The Foreigner, Jackie Chan's gonna be in a new movie called The Foreigner with Pierce Brosnan. That one looks very cool. If you haven't watched the trailer, check it out. It looks really cool. To add to my Al Pacino collection, I picked up Stand Up Guys with Al Pacino and Christopher Walken. Really cool. Al Pacino, a lot of people don't like current Al Pacino because he just screams a lot. But that's always been Al Pacino. But younger Al Pacino, you know, gave performances, and he still does. If you find the right Pacino movie, you can still find that. But yeah, a lot of people complain that he's just, you know, just an old man screaming at every role he has. The only role I will say was not good for him was Jack and Jill. But you know, a paycheck is a paycheck, I guess. Finally tracked down, a copy of Death Wish. Death Wish starring Charles Bronson. I remember reading, I wasn't around when this movie released. This movie released in 1974. So I wasn't around for this. But but I've seen it. I've seen it on TV, and it stars a very, very young Jeff Goldblum. But I have heard that this movie really struck a nerve with people because in the movie, Charles Bronson's character's wife and daughter get raped. The wife gets killed, and the daughter kind of goes crazy, and he goes on a revenge streak, killing hoodlums and muggers and all of that. And the second part, I think the second part is when he tag teams with a police officer, and he kills a guy with a rocket launcher. I'm not 100% sure if it's the second one or the third one, but I'm pretty sure it's the second one. I want to get that one too. But this is a very, very crude movie, considered by some, but I like it, so had to add it to the collection as soon as I saw it in the Movie Freak Bazaar page. Then I picked up Running Scared with Paul Walker and the mom from Bates Motel. What's her name? Vera Farmiga. Yeah, and she's also in The Conjuring. I haven't seen this one, but I was a couple of months ago. I saw I follow a YouTube channel called Good Bad Flicks, and he was talking about this movie, and it sounded very interesting because it's like a dark fairy tale, and I thought that was very, very interesting, so I picked it up. So I'm hoping it's as good as Good Bad Flicks actually mentioned. Then he has this deal that if you get 5 movies, you get a special discount rate. So I got those 4, but when I saw the album, there wasn't anything else that tickled my fancy, so I went with something that's probably cheesy. But this is Cerberus, the Guardian of Hell. And you have Cerberus, the 3-headed dog, even though this looks like a 3-headed wolf. No idea about this movie. I've never even seen this or heard of it. It might be garbage, but I'm hoping it's enjoyable garbage, because that's the best kind of garbage. Then I went to pick that up, and as I was there, I was looking through the physical movies that he had there, and I picked up a couple of movies. Picked up Magnolia, the 2-disc collector's edition. I've never seen this movie, but I've heard that it's good, and it won a whole bunch of awards, I remember, when it came out, and a lot of people talking about it. So I was like, meh, I've never seen it, but it was cheap because he had a sale going on if you actually went to the spot, and I picked that one up. Also picked up 3 Days to Kill with Kevin Costner. I watched the Midnight Review with Brad Jones, and he talked about this, said it was really cool. So I was like, yeah, it's cheap, I'll pick it up. This one was in the album, and someone got it before I did. This would have been my 5th movie, but then when I went there, someone left it behind, so I snatched it. And this is Murder Lust from 1986, directed by Donald M. Jones. And it's an 80s movie. It looks like an 80s thriller. I don't know if it's a slasher. It looks like a thriller. But this is a double feature. It has Murder Lust, and supposedly also has the directorial debut of Donald M. Jones called Project Nightmare, and that one released in 1979. So 2 movies for the price of 1. You can't beat that. But like I said, this would have been my 5th movie if someone already hadn't nabbed it. But they left it behind, so I grabbed it. So I thought that was cool. And then last one I picked up, another movie considered a classic, which I've never seen. I've seen it parodied in The Simpsons and stuff like that. But I picked up A Streetcar Named Desire with Marlon Brando. I only know about it, the episode from The Simpsons where they're like, Stella, Stella. And what's the phrase Marge says that, I've always depended on the kindness of strangers. I know that's from this. And this is the original director's version, because apparently this movie was kind of controversial, and some scenes were edited out and put back in on this release. So yeah, that's what I picked up from Movie Freak Bazaar. And as we were going to the comic shop, there's this new store that I wanted to take footage of, but again, I'm not. I go there frequently, but I don't, have very good speaking terms with the owner, so I don't know if he'll be okay with me recording inside the store. But it's basically like a collector store. They have books, they have CDs, they have DVDs, they have VHSs. They have comic books, they have video game posters, movie posters, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I have tried to, and wanted to record inside of that, but, I don't want to get in trouble and be banned from the store. But I went there, and I found a wrestling DVD. This is No Way Out 2006. This is 2006 would have been WrestleMania 22. And given the match that's in this, it's the pay-per-view, probably the pay-per-view before WrestleMania 22. But I picked it up because of the Kurt Angle versus Undertaker match. And it was very, very, very weird because I picked up Kurt Angle, and then I picked up a DVD with Kurt Angle, so that was pretty cool. But this is Kurt Angle as the World Heavyweight Champion with the big gold belt, defending the title against The Undertaker. I just saw this with the wife, and this was a really good match. And also has Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton, Chris Benoit versus Booker T, Bobby Lashley versus JBL, Matt Hardy versus Tatanka, versus Matt Hardy and Tatanka versus Eminem, and they had a Cruiser Championship battle. But I'm 50% sure this is the pay-per-view before WrestleMania 22. So yeah, I can't go wrong with old. And it's not old. This is 2006. This is during the Ruthless Aggression time. Wrestling has gone through different periods. It's been the classic golden wrestling times with Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior. Then they went through the worker area time period with Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Diesel, stuff like that. Then they went through the Attitude Era with The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mankind. Then there was the Ruthless Aggression Era with John Cena, Edge, stuff like that. And then now we have the PG Era with and the resurgence. I like to call it the resurgence with people like AJ Styles and Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe, even though he got injured. So there's a lot of different periods, and this is during the Ruthless Aggression time. Barely beginning the PG era, but still pretty cool. And I was looking, hoping to find more wrestling DVDs, but this is the only one they had. So it's kind of hard to come across wrestling DVDs, but when I do, I always pick them up. So yeah, that was the collection of DVDs that I picked up. Recommendations that I can give for someone that hasn't seen any of these. Recommend Death Wish. Death Wish is definitely a recommended movie. And Jackie Chan's Police Story Lockdown, really good movie as well. Definitely recommend those. And I'm hoping to go back to that dollar store and buy more Halloween stuff, because I need more stuff to decorate Halloween. I have a lot of stuff to decorate Halloween, but you can never have enough Halloween stuff. I could take some stuff to work and decorate my work area with Halloween stuff. And I'm gonna definitely buy another. I want to buy another tie so I can take it to work during the month of October. But we'll see. But that was the pickup video, guys. The follow-up to the Out and About video. I hope you enjoyed it. And until I see you all again, this was Vargas from the Vargas Vault. Thanking you all and signing out.